second night of having a horrifying night. Didn't fall asleep until 3 a.m. Woke up a million times. Woke up with a migraine. And horrible gushing heartburn. Like, my nose isn't stopped up from being stopped up. It's from the heartburn. It was really bad again. But don't worry, I'm not gonna go eat carbs. I need the weight off. The smaller you are, the least amount of heartburn you're gonna have in the first place, GERD, if it's just from a weight issue. Now, yesterday I told y'all I felt like that muscle was cramping in my stomach again. And then I had some people in my life say, well, if it's a anal hernia, I think I'm pronouncing it right or wrong, which can cause severe heartburn. And, I had a really rough night. However, last night in the night, or yesterday in the daytime, and the day before during the daytime, I had eaten a very small amount of Baker's bacon something. It's one of the brands you always see in the gas station. Starts with a B. Of plain pork rinds. Which that could be the corporate, because it always does. So some things don't give me a stomach issue or anything right away. Some do extremely bad, like Max. Within minutes, I am having an allergic reaction with my nose running, my throat itching, and all of that. So it could have just been that. I don't know. I'm not eating them again. I'm throwing them away. I ate them because I was out and I was starving and I hadn't eaten. Or it could be that I've had way too much bacon this week because I've been too tired or not enough time to eat. So I'm grabbing bacon and running. I guess I'm very sleepy. So I had to take an ibuprofen, which could be another corporate. Or whatever word I'm trying to say, because I've had to take ibuprofen for 4 days now because that's stupid little tooth. That they claim there's nothing wrong with the tooth other than it needs a deep cleaning. It's killing me again, and it's starting to swell again. My appointment, I think, is in a week or 10 days, something like that. And they're supposed to do a deep cleaning. I'm going to tell them to give me antibiotics because I researched, because I never heard of deep cleaning. And it says if you have really bad swelling and different things, antibiotics is a good idea, especially if you have heart conditions. So I'm going to make sure they give me my doxycycline again. I'm not a big fan of taking a bunch of antibiotics, especially so close together. I normally take it maybe once or twice a year max. But I do not want, because it says it can spread, or the deep cleaning might not work if the infection is still there. So I'm ready for this to go away, because I can tell as soon as it started coming back, I started having some stomach problems again. I started getting dizzy. My sleep is all messed up. And I'm having to take a lot of ibuprofen. I don't feel so great. And I said before, ibuprofen is the only pain meds I can take, by the way, that I'm not allergic to. But there are certain times of the year when I'm smaller, ibuprofen don't affect me. Most allergies don't affect me. But when I'm bigger, I seem to be more sensitive and more allergic. When I was 400 pounds, 300 pounds still, I was desperately allergic to cats. But it went away and it still has not come back. I've been tested a million times. It's still not come back. I'm still not allergic to cats. But it's funny. And they were real allergies. It wasn't like just because of mast cell. It was an actual real allergy. It's just funny when your body's so inflamed with fat, what all it does to you. Like, it can affect your allergies, your stomach issues, just everything. I'm gonna shut up right now because I'm just gonna ramble because I'm so sleepy. But I already slept an hour longer into the day than I normally would. 2 hours actually. So I can't sleep anymore, and I got things I have to do today, unfortunately. Alright, I know I wasn't gonna eat any bacon, but I'm really, really hungry. It's 11:30, and we're just gonna see what happens. Alright, I have to film them. JJ and Matilda are looking so cute, sleeping. They're sound asleep. Then we have Taki and Joshua, Mommy, Daddy, and then the boys over here too. Rocky, you itchy? No, I can't pet you right now.
Are we getting coffee today?
Maybe I'll get you coffee.
Okay, put my shoes on.
It is 1:20, and I've been fighting sleep all day. And so that I can sleep tonight, but I don't think I can do it. I think I need to go take a nap. My day is miserable. Miserable, y'all. I can't get anything done. I am so dizzy. And I literally almost fell asleep walking from my mom's house. And I was laying in bed for 1 minute, and I fell asleep talking to Dino. But then I jumped up because I want to be able to sleep tonight. But y'all, how many hours is left before bedtime? I don't think I can wait another 10 hours. Or 9, 10. I guess 9 or 8. I don't think I can do it. I won't be able to cook dinner. I won't be able to do anything. I'm dizzy. Alright, I'm waiting for Dino to wake up so I can pull myself together. It is pouring rain. It's been pouring rain since, I don't know, 4. He put a board in off my porch yesterday that I wanted to spray paint, and I kept asking him to bring it back in, and he said he would. It's soaked, and it's not an outdoor board. It's not treated. And there's no, I couldn't carry it. It was too heavy for me, so it might be destroyed and I might not be using it. My porch is also leaking in a spot. We've tried so many different things on the roof and we cannot figure out why it's leaking. It's driving me insane. Last night, the reason I did not film, and there's 2 days in this video, is because I ended up taking like a 20-minute nap. Then my mom woke me up, and then I did a bunch of stuff, and I didn't eat anything else. I couldn't eat anything else because then the excruciating heartburn from hell coming out my nose, gushing, thought I was gonna throw up, lasted for, I don't know, from 6 to 8:30 or so, 9, and then it just vanished. And I'm really starting to think, if it was from food, it would usually happen right away if it was like, oh, you ate an onion and it's normal heartburn and it's not mast cell, right? It's just normal every day. Someone has GERD, someone has this, someone has that, right? It's something that triggers it at that moment. With mast cell activation syndrome, one of my huge symptoms of the disease is severe stomach issues. And it can be from exhaustion. It can be, was too hot, too cold, a storm is coming. I woke up at 9 a.m. with a massive migraine from this storm because I suffer from migraines, and I had to take ibuprofen and lay back down and sleep another hour. So anything can trigger it. It's like having a bucket that overfills and you have an episode of whatever type you have. Some girls that I've never seen that many guys with it. There's a lot of women seem to be with it. Not saying guys can't get it. Maybe they just don't post. But they can only have baby formula and special water. And a special baby formula that's outrageous in price. Then I've seen another one that's only been able to eat 2 different foods for years of her life. Another one that has like 20 foods she can eat. So that is a very common symptom come to find out, for people with mast cell. Everything I seem to read and notice, everyone has like a histamine issue, and it triggers it by either their throat swelling shut, you get hives, or severe GERD. Like, worse than normal GERD. It's horrifying. And right now I'm thinking maybe that's it. I was exposed to a lot this week. Like a severe allergic reaction to the dentist Dina was at. Plus I got too cold in there and I had even wore a jacket. So it was two different kind of reactions. I've gotten too cold multiple times this past week, ever since we went and saw Beetlejuice. And usually when I get too cold, and yes, I've wore jackets, I end up, it's an internal cold. Once it happens, it feels like it's inside my bone. I can't warm up. Even when I come out into the heat in the jacket and 90 degrees, shut myself in a car, that cold feeling will not go away. But I can't actually do that because my body's not actually really cold like that. And you know, you can get too hot. We'll put it that way. So when I have those feelings of cold, it normally tells me that sometime that week I am going to have some stomach issues. I've learned that much since January. That is like a severe indicator, especially if I have it more than once, and I had it 4 times in a week. So I wasn't surprised. And then I couldn't fall asleep until 1 a.m. And I'm sleepy. Even though I got 8 hours of sleep, it says. I am actually really tired, and it's probably due to this stupid storm. I want to be able, I was supposed to go, today we were supposed to all go, with my parents to get passes, because if there's an emergency, I can't take my mom to the emergency room or anything, because it's Fort Bragg. Well, whatever they want to name it now. Yes, I know the name, but I'm not saying it because it irritates me. So, to get on there, we have to have passes. And a couple years ago we had them, and we didn't make it back to renew them in time, so they expired, and life has been insane. Something always gets in the way, and no one drives in pouring rain. I mean, I will by myself, but no one else can. So, I don't think we're going to be doing that unless it calms down. Because the other night she kind of hurt herself and thought she needed to go to the emergency room, but then she was okay. And there would have been no one to take her. So, we have to get those passes done. I've been saying we needed them done for a while. Also, I used to be able to go pick up their meds at the hospital over there, and I haven't been able to do that in a long time. I can only go to the clinic over here and get those ones. Yeah. They should have, like, a program. I lived on that base most of my life, so it's so weird that I couldn't just get on there when I wanted to. I was raised on that base, and it was an open base, too. It used to be an open base. Now it's a closed base, so it's been bizarre. You kidding? They even had to change the way the roads ran through for the whole area, like everything, because you could no longer go through there because that was the main road to get from, say, anywhere, like being from Raleigh to friggin' Fayetteville, North Carolina. That was the main road you ran through there, and they had to move the road over so people could get through. That was bizarre for me. You know I don't like change, and that was some huge change. But anyways, I'm rambling. Sorry, just sitting here rambling. So if we don't end up doing that, I might run to Aldi's and get me my lettuce, because I was doing really good on my salads, but because of my stomach issues I'm having, I'm going to probably leave the pickles out right now. I was also worried that when I did the pickles, there were too many garlic pieces on it, and maybe the garlic just added up in my system. So I've known my whole life paprika and garlic are 2 ingredients that I am not allergic to. But every time I had mast cell flare-ups, which I did not know that's what they were back then, neither did doctors. That it wasn't on that screen yet, right? It was only like 16, 17 years ago that they found it. I would have these episodes in my life since I was a young little girl where if I ate anything with paprika or garlic in it, and this includes mayonnaise, they have paprika in it most of the time, it would give me a horrible trigger. I would get really sick. I would actually have my throat swell back then. So there were years of my life, sporadically, that there were certain ingredients I couldn't go near. Garlic and paprika always was during the episodes. Always. And then peppers, onions, garlic. I already said garlic. A lot of vegetables was on that list, and a lot of different like meats, like pork was on it at a time, beef was on it at a time. So, and chicken was always my safe one. So me not being able to eat chicken since January, well before that, because every time I eat it I got sick, is really messing with my head. It was always my safe food. I knew I could eat chicken and be fine. And it is really hard to wrap my brain around that something happened and chicken is no longer safe for me. It makes me wonder if they've changed something in all chicken. Like changed something they're feeding them, giving them something, because all of a sudden chicken is the run for the hills. Stay away from the chicken. As bad as shrimp. So, which, that's why it's going to be hard for me to even try chicken again, because I'm so terrified of it. First, we have to get this mess all completely under control. We have to get weight off me, and then we can try more things, because my allergies and my mast cell dies down a lot when I'm smaller. It is why I sit there suffering and pain last night when you can hear it in my nose. This is not stopped up from weather. Gushing heartburn because I need the weight off, right? I need the weight off. And eating bread is a temporary fix. Because I can only have Hawaiian rolls. The other ones I have severe issues with. And baked potatoes had stopped working. Plain solid baked potatoes. So if I was to go eat a Hawaiian roll, 20 minutes later, I'm going to need another 2. And then it'll just go on to be able to control it and make it stop. It's a temporary solution. Very temporary. And then it starts again. I learned that this summer. So as long as I am not having the episode where I am got a bucket and sitting on a toilet, and my blood pressure ain't tanking, and my pulse ain't going through the roof, because that's what happens. As long as I'm not having multiple episodes a month of that, or a week, I'm just sticking with the foods I got right now, going through the motions, and keep going forward. I am going to be trying keto chow again soon. I got to make sure it's ones that are new, not the old ones, and I'm going to cook them. Like I used to, with eggs and stuff, because that seemed to affect me the least. But, anyways, I'm going to shut up right now. I'm actually hungry, but I don't know what to eat. I don't feel like eggs and bacon, and I'm out of lettuce. So, I don't know. And I can't come right now. I would go right now to get me lettuce, but I don't want to call and wake up my mom and then be like, hey, are we going to go? And if so, what time? I prefer to let them sleep until they call me. That's how my life is with everything, though. Because I hate being woken up. So I think it's rude to wake people up. So that's the same thing with me and Dino. I always have to wait for him to wake up to find out what's going on. And it's hard because I used to be the person who was the last to wake up. And since I went carnivore, I am basically the first person to wake up. And when I was keto, before Dino moved here, I was always up by 5, 6. Like, there was a lot of times I was up so early. I noticed on a carb diet, my sleep is horrendous. But on a more low-carb ketogenic diet, it's better. On carnivore, it was perfect. It was like 11. Passed out by 11. Now it's like 1. But 1 is better than, 7 a.m. But anyways, I'm going to shut up now, and I will show you what I eat today when I eat. Alright, I guess we're going to go do it even in the rain. We leave in about an hour. I'm going to be honest, it's like 12:30. I am starving. I was about to go make me some eggs, like a omelet or something. But then the fear of what if I get sick. Y'all have no idea what it was like for me to not be afraid of the food I was eating and know I could eat before I was leaving the house and I didn't have to starve all day. But because of the last 3 days, I'm terrified to eat before we leave the house. So I will not be eating. Also, I think I need to take my magnesium tonight, even though magnesium upsets my stomach. I am having some symptoms of low magnesium as well. Y'all, I just did my hair, like ponytail, and I have hurt the injury that's back here all the way up through my neck. It's shooting pain all the way into my head from doing my ponytail. Yep. During the lockdown, before the lockdown, I was just started physical therapy for that injury. And because it took over 2 years for the physical therapy places to reopen, my insurance would no longer cover the physical therapy. And multiple doctors have tried for the last 2+ years to get me back in there because it's healed wrong and it's never going to get better by itself. And nope, I get denied every time. The insurance no longer pays for that injury because it's so old. Which is ridiculously stupid and extremely painful. Like, I am dying of pain. Absolutely dying of pain. Oh, when I touch it, I can feel it even worse. So what it is I was told that the muscles, the ligaments and stuff was all pulled and torn in the tendons, and that it healed back there wrong. And it's like this big, horrible, hard ball, and sometimes it gets the nerve, especially in my neck, like all messed up in there, they told me. And basically, I was going through physical therapy and massage therapy there because we would do physical therapy to try to loosen it up and different things. And then they would put me in this heated massage thing, really hot heat. And it aimed at the Pacific place. And I would go through that part 30 minutes multiple times a week. It was trying to loosen it up. Because of my fibromyalgia, deep tissue massages really hurt extremely bad, like unbelievable, and I bruise really easy. I have a pressure issue. So I'm just living with it. I tried to do my physical therapy at home, but there is nothing like what they were having me do there. I couldn't even rig anything similar. But yeah. I've overworked my body that does not have muscles for over a week, and I think I'm paying for it the last 2 days. I'm getting the weird headaches I get. I'm getting the neck hurting, my spine. I have something discs. Basically, my discs are deteriorating, but that was when I was big, and it messed up like 4 of my discs, really bad in my back, and they are what they are. They get worse throughout the years, and a bunch of other crap that's wrong with me, but I think tonight, I know I've said it a million times, but I really want to open my vibration plate. What I really need to do is clear out this closet. So this closet is a good size closet, but it's my closet with my memories, like dolls my grandmother had sewed me, or newspaper articles from certain times, things that were my daughter's, and then a bunch of Christmas stuff that I just did not want to get rid of or get outside because it's my favorites. But it is packed. It is all the way, like, it goes to that wall, over there, right over there, and it is packed. And I need to get in there and clear it out so I can put other stuff in there, and I would be able to put my vibration plate either in there or underneath here, because this stuff could go in there. So this is my table. For one, I don't leave my extra pillow. This is when I'm sick, like heartburn, I use these pillows. I don't leave them on my bed because I don't want a little girl during the day to get up there and pee on them. This is my laptop table. But the cats, no matter what I do, they like to climb on it. So if I do this, they think it's a wall and they can't climb it, because they're not smart enough to know you knock it down. So that's why I have a mess up there right now. I took Motrin this morning, and it's already helping the other areas, but it's not going to fix this area until I take my second dose later. I'm going to shut up right now because I really am hungry, and I can't eat, so I'm going to go make a coffee. Alright, we leave in an hour and I can't take it. I'm afraid just drinking coffee is going to give me heartburn because I'm so hungry, and sometimes just being hungry gives me heartburn. So I did 3 fried eggs. Kind of overcooked them on the bottom, but it'll be okay. 2 pieces of bacon and 1 ounce of cheese is in here, with a tablespoon of butter. I basically made it into a fried egg omelet. I don't really like scrambled eggs. So it is 12:30, and let's see how this goes. Alright, it is 8:30. I have not suffered with my stomach today, but I feel like I have the flu. Like, seriously bad. It's gotten worse as the days gone by. I've been in bed since probably 5. Trying to sleep, but I can't. And I know there's a keto flu, and I know that I usually get it around week 3 or 4, but I was doing my electrolyte drops, and I'm too scared to take the magnesium pills. They make me stomach sick really bad. And I was going to try the one you spray on your feet and put spots on, the magnesium. But my daughter went out with her friend just now. She wasn't taking no for an answer. And most of y'all would be like, well, she's 19, blah, blah, blah. She has autism, and they rated her about 13 maturity level, so it's not that simple. Plus she has a few other things she has that makes it even worse. And she has the fits and all the other crap that goes along with it. So it makes me extremely worried and scared. She asked if she could go out for ice cream. I said yes, because I thought it was going to be right here by the house. They would be home like within an hour to 30 minutes. But no, they went to a place she's never ate, which she won't be able to eat because of her allergies. They don't have an allergy menu there. And they lied to me before, said something wasn't contaminated. I had a horrible allergic reaction, and that was an actual real allergic reaction for me. It's a place I would never eat at, and I've left bad reviews on it on Google because Dino's food came out 100% frozen. They didn't leave it in the microwave long enough because they microwave food there. Like, I'm really shocked that they're going to this place, and it is like 16 miles away instead of right here where I thought she was going. Did I mention it's dark? She's riding with a teenager and pouring rain on top of it all. And I don't feel good, so it's making me more stressed out and more worried. And did she charge her phone? No, she didn't. So it's very low. Very low. And my phone keeps beeping, telling me how low her phone is. And that is giving me anxiety. So, on top of not feeling good and wanting to go to sleep, my mom doesn't feel good either. And she was headed to bed when my daughter took off. And now she doesn't want to sleep until Haley gets home. So now, we have to stay awake. And I do realize that stress is a huge trigger for me with mast cell activation syndrome, like a huge trigger, because as soon as she told me she was going, I started itching everywhere. This is about 30-40 minutes ago, and I itched for a long time. I got hives. So stress is a huge trigger for me. I'm just complaining to y'all because I have no one else to complain to. Like, it's like, oh, I don't know. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be really hard. And the therapist I see doesn't understand it. She's never been around autism people. I tried to explain to how bad it was. I tried to explain the other conditions she has, and her psychiatrist is on my side 100% that she sees. Actually even stricter than me. She would not allow her to leave the house just now. But my therapist thinks I should let her, and if she gets hurt or something bad happens to her, that will be on her, not me. No, it won't. It will be on me. It will be on me because she doesn't have a mind of a 19-year-old. So it will be on me. Because she doesn't have the mind of a 19-year-old or 17-year-old or 16-year-old or 15-year-old. She might be book smart, but her maturity level is like 13, they said. So, and she doesn't understand when things are inappropriate to say in public or do. So that will be on me. And that's why I don't really care for my therapist, because that is a dumb statement. Even my daughter's psychiatrist told me that I have to be there for her like I was when she was a little girl, because that's where we are still. That's where we are. Because she's not following the medications or the rules that psychiatrists put out for her. And I can't seem to make her, because it's like a 2-year-old. They don't listen. So, and she's the one who wants help. She's the one who wants to try to fix things. So, sorry, I am itching like, and just thinking about it's making me itch like crazy. So I'm going to shut up and I guess put some TV shows on, because now I can't go to bed. I thought I was going to bed, but now I'm not. I was really excited. This is my weekend off. Actually, it was I went and got the passes today. Thank God they last 6 months. I still don't even have to worry about that until March. And I was supposed to be able to go out afterwards, because I have no, other than maybe getting the milk and eggs or something from the grocery store up the road, I have no chores. Nothing on my schedule. No driving anyone anywhere until Wednesday. Okay, nobody's doctor's appointments, no one's anything. I finally had a free schedule and I'm sick. Y'all have no idea how upset that made me. And so I am praying I wake up and I feel fine in the morning, because also my breakfast did not make me sick at all. Not even a tiny bit. Okay, also, and I'm not hoarse right now, like I said, from heartburn. I'm hoarse because I'm sick. Like, I feel like I'm getting the flu. Also, I ate, which I did not record because I was totally hungry and totally forgot, 5 ounces of the turkey meat, all diced up, with 2 ounces of cheese, 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise, and that's it. My mom found a bag of Italian lettuce that was new. I could have ate that, but I didn't feel like lettuce. I didn't want pickles. I actually did not want vegetables. I was craving some pumpkin. I almost opened a can of pumpkin that has nothing but pumpkin in it, and I was debating on making the dish my daughter's been begging for, and then me just eating a little bit of it before I put the seasonings in. So, or the sugars because it's not real sugar, but you know, like the allulose and stuff. She wants me to make the pumpkin, where you take the canned pumpkin, you take cream cheese, and you take heavy cream and sugar-free chocolate chips, which I don't have right now, and you take the pumpkin seasonings and cinnamon and brown sugar allulose or monk fruit, whatever you have, just not erythritol. And then also some white if you prefer white. And then you just blend it all together and put some whipped cream on top, and voila. I used to make it all the time for her, like years ago. But I need the chocolate chips, because she doesn't think the chocolate chips is going to make it taste different not having it, but it will. Her favorite part, because I remember her loving it, her favorite part was the chocolate chips. And when I left the chocolate chips out, she was always like, this tastes too much like pumpkin pie. She's not a big pumpkin pie fan. The trick is the chocolate chip. It changes the taste for her so much. I don't like it with chocolate chips. I liked it just like the pumpkin pie. Okay, I am rattling now, and I'm about to yawn again, so I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all, it's like 11, and she's still not home, and I'm so exhausted, and I text her, and she says she doesn't know when she's coming home, and I can't go to sleep because the person is scared to drive down the driveway, and it's halfway down, way away from the house, so I have to go out there and get her whenever they do get home with a flashlight, because it's pitch dark in our yard, and walk her down the driveway, especially since it's very muddy right now because it rained all day and there's holes. So I have to be able to let her in the house on top of it. So there's no going to sleep, and she's refusing to tell me when she's coming home because she says she doesn't know. I'm a little irritated. I'm not going to yell at her. I'm not going to get on to her because I don't want to ruin the fun she had. But y'all, I'm so tired. So tired. I am going to ask her to please not do this late anymore. She's been told by her doctor and psychiatrist that she needs to be asleep by 11 to help with her brain and help with depression. This staying up all night, sleeping all day is making it worse. Her circadian rhythm is really out of whack, and y'all know I'm trying to fix mine. So I didn't get much sleep this week, and I was ready to go to sleep at 8:30. I was laying down in bed, everything closed, my curtain closed so the sun wasn't in, and she calls me, "Can I go get ice cream?" Yeah, that's like, a few minutes down the street. They still haven't gotten ice cream. They've gone to everything but. She made it seem like she was going out for a few minutes. Hour max, right? And she's not even around here. It's 30 minutes away where she is. Meaning she's still even if they come back and decide to come back in 20 minutes, it'll be almost midnight by the time they get home. If it was a normal, okay. Just don't come at me saying her age, because the age part doesn't matter in this situation. So, yeah. Hopefully I can go to sleep soon. I just had to take my third ibuprofen of the day because I am so sleepy. I have one of those horrible sleep headaches that was making me almost throw up. So hopefully it doesn't give me heartburn. Sometimes I get really sick when I take too many ibuprofens in one day. But I didn't have a choice because I can't go to sleep and I have to wait. Her phone, like I said, her phone's almost dead on top of it. And I'm not someone who can fall asleep and jerk awake and walk down the street to get her. I need to be awake. I'm dizzy enough without being half asleep to go get her. So, I know, I'm bitching, sorry. Or whining, whatever you want to call it.